So, one of our exciting initiatives at PAN, and the reason for this webinar, is Planetary Facts. Inspired by nutritional facts on food, we thought, imagine if it was easy for businesses to access, understand, and communicate the environmental performance of products, and that it was underpinned by credible science. The things we love about nutritional facts is that they provide holistic, consistent, and comparable data. So if I were to pick up a box of frozen fish at the supermarket and look at this compared to my can of tomatoes, say, I can compare and contrast these two things, and they provide context. So not just, hey, this fish has 10 grams of protein, but also that is 15% of a recommended daily intake. False numbers, by the way. It doesn't say it's good or bad, but it gives me the context I need to make decisions. In contrast, if I look at the environmental labels on the same products, I might see Marine Stewardship Certified and Organic. Oh, there's a bit of feedback there. Can everyone just remain on mute? Thank you. MSC sounds good, but it would take me a lot of time to do the research to find out what this actually means, which I'm unlikely to do for every different eco-label I see. And organic is great, but is also a very narrow view. So these tomatoes could still have a very high carbon or water footprint, for example, and it's just not disclosed. Critically, there is no basis for comparison. Even just looking at tins of tomatoes, I might see that one is organic and another is locally produced. Which is better? I couldn't say. Another positive note about nutritional facts is that it lends itself to different customer preferences. I personally check sugar content of products, while others might be all about protein. It's the same for planetary facts. While all of the planetary boundaries are important, many individuals are more concerned about one than the other. So providing this broader perspective enables broader engagement. Unfortunately, nutritional fact labels are not as widely used as they might be because customers find them difficult to understand. So we set out to take the best parts of nutritional facts through to planetary facts, but to do it in a way that makes it really accessible and easy to understand. We kicked this program off around 2 years ago, and a lot of hard work has already taken place. We worked with industry leaders such as Jeremy Hill, who's Fonterra's Chief Science Officer, David Benatar, the Warehouse Group's Chief Sustainability Officer, and experts like ThinkStep Director Dr. Jeff Vickers and Planetary Boundaries author Will Stephan to develop a methodology for the calculation of planetary facts. We also conducted consumer research with Massey University and held focus groups to co-design communications and concept designs for planetary facts labels. We knew businesses were spending a lot of money on life cycle assessments, but not finding them that valuable because they were struggling to understand the results. And the results are not set in context, so it's really hard to interpret them and to answer the question, how good is good enough? Therefore, we iterated the planetary facts methodology to advance life cycle standards and to set the results in the context of the planetary boundaries, and to allow comparability with any other product. Ultimately, what Planetary Facts aims to do is to give businesses all the value of LCAs in a report that's easy to understand and without the price tag. What we want to achieve with Planetary Facts is to fundamentally change the way businesses design their products and communicate the environmental impact of these products. We want to step away from the incremental change we're currently seeing and into innovative and transformational systems change at a product level. If a company like Toyota, say, had Planetary Facts 15 years ago, they would never have committed so much time and energy to improving the fuel efficiency of combustion engines, as they would have been able to see that these were not part of a sustainable future. They would have committed more effort to innovative transport solutions, possibly EVs, possibly a shift away from private vehicles altogether to considering how to optimize transport as a service or design effective public transport systems. Today, we're inviting leading companies to have early access to Planetary Facts assessments as part of our pilot. By joining the pilot, you'll get Planetary Facts results and we'll get to test the assumptions that have already been established in our methodology. As a pilot partner, you'll also get to inform the process before it gets launched. You'll have a seat on the steering committee, meaning you'll be able to gain insight from and provide direction to the program. Your brand will also be amongst the first to market with a Planetary Facts label. So what does it actually look like? If you join up to the Planetary Facts pilot, you have two options. If you're a small to medium-sized business, you'll most likely be on the desktop side. We'll give you a template to fill in with the data we need, and you'll get a report detailing 10 environmental footprints: carbon, agricultural greenhouse gases, waste, water, biodiversity, ozone, air quality, nitrogen, phosphorus, and deforestation in context, so you can see the performance and context of the planetary boundaries, with a detailed breakdown showing the hotspots in your supply chain to help you to identify and prioritise areas for improvement. PAN will conduct a Planetary Facts assessment for 3 or more similar products. So when we say similar, we mean a similar supply chain rather than end product. So for example, any cotton apparel would be considered similar, whether it was a t-shirt, hat, or a pair of shorts. If you have a lot of SKUs across a similar product category, e.g. cotton apparel, you may prefer to sign up to PAN's sister company, Planetary Insights Early Access Program, which gives you pre-release access to a Planetary Facts calculator so that you can undertake planetary accounting assessments for all your products in-house. This option still gives you access to all the pilot benefits, such as the position on the steering group. Now, signing up to the pilot does not mean you have to disclose your results to anyone. You decide whether to move on to phase 2. However, those who are interested in the labelling piece and the associated sustainability leadership and PR that comes with it, then they'll get the opportunity to join the label pilot. We will go out to the market with these labels and to test them with real customers, getting feedback through surveys and interviews. Depending on timing, we'll have a soft launch and a formal launch so that those who want to start using labels right away aren't held up. So what will the assessments look like? Displayed here are some mock pages from our assessment report using a fictional t-shirt for illustrative purposes. The report will first lay out the life cycle of the product from cradle to grave and the associated life cycle stages, which in this case range from cotton farming through the manufacturing process and onto the retail store before usage and end of life. The Planetary Facts assessment will provide you with 10 environmental footprints for your product against a recommended daily limit, i.e. the average impact of that product per capita within scientific global limits. In the example shown here, impacts are represented by yellow to red shading, whereas regeneration can also be represented with a green wedge. In this example, there are 2 green wedges, as this particular product, which is not the t-shirt by the way, is contributing to reforestation and diverting or extracting waste from landfill. Next, we'll provide you with a breakdown of each of the 10 impacts. So displayed here, we have carbon, waste, and water by life cycle stage, which can help you focus your efforts on the areas with the greatest environmental impact relative to the others. We'll also break down the impact for each life cycle stage so you can identify the environmental hotspots across your supply chain. So now that you understand the fundamentals of Planetary Facts, what might drive you to join the pilot? By joining us, you and your business will be demonstrating sustainability leadership by promoting a system-wide change to sustainability. You'll be taking a holistic view of your environmental footprint, promoting both innovation and transparency. Planetary Facts provide you the same level of data as an LCA, but with a streamlined and more affordable approach. A Planetary Facts assessment provides insights into each of the 10 impacts, carbon, biodiversity, waste, etc., along each step of your supply chain. By reporting the impacts against a science-based recommended daily limit, you'll be equipped with data to compare the relative importance of different impacts, which will in turn help you prioritize action. Planetary Facts are independent, auditable, and backed in robust science, meaning you'll be reporting credible information that cuts through the greenwashing movement. You'll also be the first to market with the next generation of eco-labels. By joining the program, you'll have access to customer insights about your products as we perform further testing and validation with customer focus groups. By having a seat amongst the steering group, you'll have the opportunity to provide direction to the program and also to know firsthand what's coming to market. Planetary Facts will help get your business on the pathway to a sustainability strategy that looks beyond carbon. As Planetary Facts synthesize complex data into easily understandable impacts, you'll be able to take Planetary Facts to your boardroom, product designers, supply chain managers, the list goes on. Joining Planetary Facts will also help you gain brand recognition. When we first showed this to chief sustainability officers, they said, "This is the future of sustainability." By joining the program, you'll be acknowledged for your leadership through our Planetary Facts marketing and education campaigns, website, and associated communications.